With more than 200 gangs in London, experts from around the world have attended a summit at City Hall today to explore ways of stopping the violence they cause. It comes the day after an 18-year-old was killed when a fight broke out between a group of young people in south-east London. With more details, here's our Home Affairs correspondent, Guy Smith.
A friend was kidnapped, got involved with drug dealing on a serious level, got yourself in some situations which maybe you couldn't have handled, you know what I'm saying?
Chris Douglas talking about a close friend who was murdered by rival gang members. While growing up in Croydon, he too struggled to stay out of trouble and ended up with a 5-year jail sentence for robbery.
For me, it would be anything that can make money quick, such as robberies, selling drugs, robbing people who sell drugs, you know what I'm saying? And you do it by any means necessary, you know what I'm saying?
Like what?
You know, if you have to rob someone, you have to taser them or you have to use a weapon.
Now aged 25, Chris works with teenagers at risk of following in his footsteps.
If we go back 10 years ago and you approached me and say, Chris, you're in a gang, I'd have said, no, I'm not in no gang. That's not called a gang, that's my friends, my family, you know what I'm saying? It's only now I realise, and this is why I try to get this point across to young people.
Carl is also an ex-offender who warns young people about the dangers of gangs. He has the scars to prove it. These wounds the result of being shot 4 times at point-blank range in a nightclub.
It mentally broke me down. Mentally, physically, emotionally, it all kind of broke me down. And looking at my daughter every day, I just had to kind of find the strength to pick myself up.
The latest figures show there are more than 220 known gangs in the capital, with nearly 3,500 gang members. Almost all are male, over 2/3 aged between 17 and 23. The majority are from a black and ethnic minority background. At an anti-gang summit today, Boris Johnson announced his ambition to focus on preventing gang violence before it happens.
We know we have a gangs problem about which there can be absolutely no cause for complacency, and we need to think about what we're doing right, where we're going wrong, and what more we can do to help.
And Junior Smart, himself an ex-offender, is one of those helping. He runs the largest anti-gangs project in London, servicing 15 boroughs.
It needs to be properly resourced, and that can only happen through proper funding, long-term funding, because what we're trying to do here is develop young people, actually turn them away from their previous choices.
Gang crime has dropped by almost a quarter in the past year, but over the next decade, London's teenage population is predicted to rise by 15%. All the more reason, the Mayor says, for concentrating on prevention. Guy Smith, BBC London News.
Next, it's one of the